to keep your eye on the ball. That may sound very easy, but it's really one of the most difficult things that you have to do. Keep on your toes. Remember that tennis is, or should be, a graceful game. And you can't be graceful if you're firmly planted on the ground with no sense of poise or anticipation. Let yourself go when you play tennis. Put your whole body into it, into your drives and into your volleys. And you will find that the extra trouble you take will give you just that little something that others haven't got.
It's the same in every game. Poise and balance are more important than all the rules put together. It's the smooth, swinging ease of the body movements that distinguishes the world champions from the mere crack players. And in lawn tennis, it's the same too. Dorothy Round typifies the player who does everything with the least possible exertion. Look at this for contrast. Here she's demonstrating the wrong way to volley. Look how stiff she is, just like a figure in a marionette show. It's humanly impossible to make a good volley this way. And here's the right way. The volley differs from the strokes we've dealt with so far in that it should be a short stab rather than a swing, like a stroke with a dagger. There simply isn't time to swing because speed is the whole essence of the volley. It's just to save time that you come up to the net, to get the ball back to your opponent that much quicker than if you stood on the baseline. To get the ball back so fast, in fact, that your opponent simply hasn't time to get into position for his stroke, and then to enable you to stow one away neatly out of his reach. And even if your first volley doesn't win the rally outright, it must improve your chances of winning the next stroke. Otherwise, there's no object in coming up to the net. No one has ever yet succeeded in playing defensive lawn tennis at the net. And here's the stroke in detail. The head of the racket only a short way back, and the ball taken well above the net, so that it can be hit downwards, with a spin that gives it the extra speed so difficult to deal with. Here's the wrong way on the backhand. Dorothy Round's face shows how painful to her is even this short demonstration. And here's the right way. All the rules of the forehand volley apply also to the backhand, with one extra one. The same one, in fact, that we stressed in backhand drive. You must get your body out of the way. You'll notice that Dorothy Round makes her backhand volley rather more of a swing than her forehand. But all the same, we suspect that just at the moment she's having more time for her stroke than she generally gets in match play. The head of the racket goes back, and here again the ball is taken at a point well above the net, so that it can be hit downwards and yet clear. Here comes rather a high one. Watch how the racket curls over the ball to give it the top spin. And now watch Dorothy Round at speed. And when we say speed, we mean speed with a capital S. Watch her eyes, never off the ball, even for a fraction of a second. Watch the perfect poise and balance of her body. Watch the short, sharp strokes of the racket, with much less follow-through than for a drive. Watch the greased lightning speed of her footwork. Watch the combination of all these points, and then pity the player who comes up against Dorothy Round when she's in smashing mood. And here are some more slow-motion studies, taken from a low angle, to show how she always takes the ball well above the level of the top of the net, so that she can hit it down, without having to trouble to lift it first. And here comes the smash that finishes the rally. The smash is probably the most satisfying stroke of all lawn tennis. Its password is let yourself go. Its golden rule is confidence. It's almost exactly like the service, but there are two important differences. First, you can't decide exactly where the ball is going to be when you hit it, because you're not throwing it up yourself. And secondly, you don't have to worry about footfalls. For a real hard one, you don't need even to have both feet firmly on the ground. In this one, as you can see, only the toes of one foot are touching the court, because Dorothy Round has taken it in the middle of a run up to the net. But the balance is there, and if you were the other side of the net, you'd know that the speed is there too. Watch particularly how Dorothy Round throws her whole weight into the stroke. Body, arm and racket all combine to add their full force to the swing. It's the grandest stroke in the game. And here's perhaps the most difficult, the half volley. Some people have called it the stroke of despair, but it isn't really as bad as that. The chief points to remember are to make it a swing, just as if it were a fully fledged backhand or forehand drive, but always remembering that the ball is so low that you must lift it considerably if it's to clear the net at all. But above all, make it a swing. When you're volleying, always remember that your opponent may send over a lob. When that happens, some people just give it up, but not Dorothy Round. She's so fast on her feet that she can run back and drive it after it's bounced. Sometimes she can even smash it and turn it into a winner. And if it happens to be a short one, she can often volley and get back to the net before the next stroke. Here comes another deeper one. And she gets round it on the backhand. And now, just by the way, we're showing you a trick that even Dorothy Round didn't know she could do. And we certainly won't promise that you can learn it. Keep your eye on her. Hey, presto! And here she comes from the right of the picture. But even Dorothy Round can't do that trick without the help of our camera. More pictures of Dorothy Round in actual match play. They were taken at the Beckenham tournament, which each year precedes the Wimbledon championships. And they demonstrate above all the speed on the court that has put her into the high position she now holds. Dorothy Round's opponent on this occasion is another star, Kay Stammers, who, as you probably know, is left-handed, always a difficult player to deal with. So when right hand meets left, it's a tough struggle. And that's the end. Remember all that Dorothy Round has shown you, not forgetting, too, that even if you can't make the strokes in exactly the same way, the principles are the same for everyone, and must be learnt by everyone who wants to go ahead in this great game.